with a $3 million bounty on his head. From street kid to the most powerful biker boss in Sydney, Allan Meehan was born in 1987 into a poor Irish family in Miller, one of Sydney's roughest suburbs. Growing up in public housing, he faced the harsh realities of street life from an early age. Every Sunday, he attended Catholic Mass, a routine that contrasted sharply with the challenges of his environment. As he navigated the tough streets of Sydney, Allan developed a deep fascination with street culture and body art. This interest led him to get a prominent tattoo of mafia boss John Gotti on his leg and the word outlaw inked on the back of his neck. These tattoos symbolized his rebellious spirit and deep-rooted connection to the biker lifestyle. From these humble beginnings, Allan's path was set towards becoming a significant figure in Sydney's biker underworld, shaped by his early exposure to the streets and the culture that came with it. Joining the Rebels Motorcycle Club. At 18, Allan Meehan joined the Rebels Motorcycle Club, drawn by his penchant for trouble and the allure of the outlaw lifestyle. His boldness and rebellious nature quickly caught the attention of senior members. Allan's rise through the ranks was swift, and he soon became the president of the Chrona chapter. His leadership and fearless attitude earned him respect and recognition within the club. During this time, Allan formed significant friendships with notorious figures like Jessella and Mark Buttle, two influential personalities in the biker world. These connections solidified his reputation and earned him the nickname Little General. Allan's early years with the Rebels were marked by his rapid ascent and the strong bonds he formed with key figures, setting the stage for his future dominance in the biker community. Switching to kantura, Allan's move to the Kantura Motorcycle Club was a pivotal moment in his life. Persuaded by Mark Buttle, Allan decided to leave the Rebels and join the ranks of the Kantura. This switch was about changing clubs. This switch signified his full commitment to the outlaw lifestyle. Allan's involvement with the Kantura meant frequent clashes with law enforcement. In 2014, he was arrested for possession of a weapon, leading to a 2-year prison sentence. This setback, however, didn't deter him. After his release in 2016, Allan returned to the Kantura more determined than ever. He quickly began to rise through the ranks, demonstrating his resilience and unwavering commitment to the club. His ability to navigate the complexities of the biker underworld and maintain his position of influence showcased his strategic mind and leadership skills. Allan's transition to the Kantura solidified his status as a formidable biker boss and set the stage for his eventual rise to the top of the club's hierarchy. This period of his life was marked by challenges and triumphs that defined his legacy in the biker community. Becoming Kantura commander. Allan Meehan's ascent to the position of Kantura commander began in 2020 after the tragic murder of Pony Lavalu. Pony was the commander of the Kantura chapter, and his death left a significant void. On the night of his murder, Pony and his friends were at a nightclub, a frequent spot for outlaw bikers. A brawl erupted, and amidst the chaos, Pony was trying to calm things down when he was stabbed in the neck from behind. He managed to stumble outside, but collapsed and died at the scene. The entire incident was captured on CCTV and witnessed by onlookers, leading to the swift identification and arrest of the killer. Following this violent event, Allan stepped up to fill the leadership gap. His experience, resilience, and established reputation within the club made him a natural choice. As the new commander of the Kantura chapter, Allan quickly gained respect from both older and younger members. His effective leadership and strategic thinking soon earned him the command of the much larger Sydney chapter. Allan's rise to power was marked by his ability to navigate the dangerous and volatile world of outlaw bikers, solidifying his position as a key figure in the Kantura Motorcycle Club. Rising to national president. In April 2022, the Kantura Motorcycle Club faced a major upheaval when Mick Murray, the national president, was arrested for murder. Murray was implicated in the 2019 execution-style killing of Maitat Rasimi, a high-ranking outlaw officer. Rasimi was found with multiple gunshot wounds after crashing his car while trying to escape his attackers. The arrest of Murray, a significant blow to the club, left a power vacuum at the top. A leadership struggle ensued, with several prominent figures vying for the top spot. Allan Meehan, known for his strategic mind and strong connections, emerged as a frontrunner. His experience and respect within the club gave him an edge over his rivals. After a tense period of internal politics, Allan emerged victorious, solidifying his position as the new national president of the Kantura. Allan wasted no time in celebrating his new role. He took to Instagram, posting a picture of himself wearing the national president's vest, accompanied by the caption, "You can't see the eyes of the demon until he comes calling." This public declaration of his new status marked a significant milestone in his career, showcasing his ascent to the pinnacle of the Kantura Motorcycle Club. Lavish lifestyle and social media presence. Allan Meehan is not shy about flaunting his wealth and luxury. He regularly showcases his collection of custom-built Harley-Davidson motorcycles, each meticulously designed and often valued at over $100,000. His taste for high-end fashion is evident in his wardrobe, filled with designer clothes from Versace, Balenciaga, and Armani. Allan's social media presence reflects his extravagant lifestyle, frequently posts pictures and videos, sharing glimpses of his life with his followers. These posts often feature him with other influential figures in the biker world, reinforcing his status and connections. Allan's use of platforms like Instagram and TikTok highlights his opulent lifestyle and serves as a tool to assert his dominance and influence within the Kantura Motorcycle Club. His online persona is a blend of luxury and power, making a statement about his place at the top of the biker hierarchy. Police crackdown and legal troubles. Allan Meehan's rise to power has not gone unnoticed by law enforcement. In response to these activities, the New South Wales Police issued a serious crime prevention order, significantly restricting his movements and associations. The order mandated that Allan could not associate with known criminals or bikers and had to report his whereabouts to the police. In February 2023, Allan was arrested for breaching this order. He failed to notify authorities of his relocation to Queensland and was found using an encrypted phone, which was against the terms of the order. Initially, his bail application was denied, leading to a tense period of legal battles. However, he was later granted bail under strict conditions. These legal troubles highlight the ongoing conflict between Allan and the authorities, as they continue to monitor and attempt to curb his influence within the Kantura Motorcycle Club. Final days as national president and current status. Allan Meehan's tenure as the national president of the Kantura Motorcycle Club came under intense scrutiny. In a bid to evade prison, Allan pleaded guilty to breaching the serious crime prevention order. His legal team negotiated a plea deal, resulting in a fine and a 2-year community correction order, allowing him to avoid a prison sentence. However, the constant pressure from law enforcement made his position increasingly untenable. Recognizing the challenges, Allan decided to step down from his role as national president. This move was seen as a strategic retreat in the face of relentless police efforts to disrupt the club's activities. His resignation marked the end of an era, but his influence within the Kantura remained significant. With Allan Meehan stepping down, Bamir Sarovich took over as the national president of the Kantura Motorcycle Club. Despite stepping back from the spotlight, rumors persist that Allan continues to influence the club's operations from behind the scenes.
Allan Meehan's story is a roller coaster of power, intrigue, and danger. How did Allan navigate the complex world of biker culture? And why did Allan switch sides from the rebels to the Kantura? Join us as we unravel the complex world of Allan Meehan, the most powerful biker boss in Sydney. Growing up in Miller, one of Sydney's roughest suburbs, Allan's early life molded him into a prime candidate for the bikey lifestyle. His distinctive love for designer clothes and tattoos, including a tribute to mafia boss John Gotti on his leg and outlaw, boldly inked on the back of his neck, set him apart from the crowd. From an 18-year-old rebel navigating the gritty streets to eventually leading the Canada chapter of the Rebels Outlaw Motorcycle Club, Allan's ascent in the bikie culture is remarkable. Despite humble beginnings, his affinity for the street life and frequent encounters with law enforcement only fueled his determination. A pivotal figure in Allan's life is Mark Buttle, an influential friend from his teenage years, a recurring character in this unfolding story. Despite their different paths, Buttle already entrenched in the underworld while Allan was a young bloke finding his way, the two clicked. Allan's early departure from Trinity Catholic College in Auburn signaled his plunge into the bikie world. His rebellious spirit earned him the name Little General among the rebels. Swiftly rising through their ranks, Allan soon became the chapter president, forming close ties with the infamous Vela family, especially Jesse Vela. Despite his allegiance, he maintained a connection with Buttle. In a surprising turn of events, Allan decided to switch sides, patching over to the common churo MC. Speculation arises that Buttle may have played a role in this move. Allan faced a period in jail from 2014 to 2016 for possessing a pistol, but upon release, he resumed his climb through the common churo ranks. By early 2021, he achieved the position of commander of the Canberra chapter. This promotion followed the tragic murder of the previous commander, Pitasoni Uluvalu, in July 2020. The nightclub brawl at Kokomo's in Canberra, captured on CCTV and witness phones, ended with Pitasoni stabbed in the neck by Frederick Tuifua. The aftermath of this incident marked a significant turning point in Allan Meehan's journey. In August 2020, a significant chapter unfolds in this saga. Frederick Tuifua, charged with the murder of Pitasoni Uluvalu, gets apprehended at Calvary Hospital. Accompanying him is Max Budak, shot 3 times during the brawl at Kokomo's nightclub. Tuifua eventually pleads guilty to murder, receiving a 20-year sentence with a non-parole period of 10 years. Budak, implicated in the nightclub fray, gets 6 months for a fray and an additional 6 months for assaulting another inmate. Following the tragic demise of Uluvalu, Allan Meehan emerges as a key figure in the bikie underworld. Respected among both the gang's seasoned members and fresh recruits, Meehan's entire adult life revolves around biker gangs. In 2022, he cements his status as the most powerful outlaw biker boss. The Comanchero Motorcycle Club appoints him as the new national president, succeeding Mick Murray. Murray's arrest in April 2022 over the alleged 2019 execution-style shooting of Mithat Rasimi triggers this leadership change. Rasimi, associated with drug kingpin Tony Mokbel and suspected ties to outlaw motorcycle gangs, was found shot multiple times while driving. Allegedly murdered over a $300,000 debt owed by his brother Elat. 2 other Comanchero bikers were previously charged with the crime. Allan Meehan announces his ascent to the role of Comanchero national president in true biker style. An Instagram post showcases his new title on a cut patch with the ominous words, "You can't see the eyes of the demon until he come a-callin'." Weeks later, a TikTok video features a gold custom-built Harley-Davidson V-Rod motorcycle in club colors, valued up to $100,000. Meehan, embracing the biker lifestyle, shares moments of opulence on a boat near Sydney Harbour Bridge with his wife. Dressed in designer wear and adorned with jewelry from Versace, Balenciaga, and Armani, their union reflects a staggering worth of around $122,000. Amidst the tough exterior, Allan reveals a softer side, posting pictures with his wife, accompanied by captions like, "New robe, same love." However, as Allan ascends to the role of national president, law enforcement sees an opportunity to tighten the grip on the Comanchero. Shortly after assuming this leadership position, Allan is served with a serious crime prevention order by 2 New South Wales police officers. This order restricts him from associating with any bikie or crime figures, mandates a designated residence in New South Wales, and demands advance notice to the police for overnight stays elsewhere. The financial reins are tightened as well. Allan is limited to a single bank account and specific cards, forbidden from holding more than $10,000 in cash, and barred from using encrypted mobile phones. Even his private vehicles require police scrutiny, with details of taxi or Uber trips to be reported within 24 hours. The criminal group's squad commander for New South Wales Police emphasizes Allan's status as a prime target, using these restrictions as a clear message to Comanchero leaders. Despite these limitations, Allan continues to send shockwaves through the underworld. In a surprising and bold move, Allan convinces Jesse Vela, heir to the rebels' bikie gang throne, to patch over and join the Comanchero. Jesse Vela, nephew of former Rebels president Alex Vela and cousin to the current president Damien Vela, becomes a key acquisition. This power move is particularly striking as it occurs shortly after the death of Rebels kingpin Gino Vela, who is also Jesse's father. The poaching of jessella further underscores Allan's influence and strategic maneuvering within the Bikie hierarchy. In a testament to the Comanchero's autonomy, an underworld source revealed to News Corp that Jesse's recruitment showcases the club's ability to act on its terms. Allan Meehan proudly posted a photo on Instagram with jessella, both wearing club colors, standing proudly in front of a motorcycle adorned with the Comanchero insignia. The caption, "Welcome to A-grade," emphasizes the club's confidence and influence. However, as the saying goes, being on top often attracts unwanted attention, and Allan Meehan was no exception. On February 9, 2023, the national president found himself in the spotlight for a different reason: his arrest. The early morning raid on the Gold Coast was executed due to an outstanding warrant alleging Allan breached a serious crime prevention order. Police claimed that Allan violated the order by not disclosing his temporary accommodation's full address, neglecting to provide an intended return date to his primary residence, and possessing an encrypted communication device. Authorities asserted that almost immediately after the order was issued, Allan shut down his phone and headed to Queensland. Facing the Southport Magistrates Court, the prosecution argued that Allan failed to notify authorities of his relocation to Queensland with his family. In response, Allan's barrister, Angus Edwards, contended that his client wasn't attempting to flee, but had moved to Queensland for safety. Alleged threats against suspected Comanchero members prompted this decision, with New South Wales police informing Allan about a $3 million bounty on his head. The court learned that Allan Meehan had preemptively paid a year's worth of rent, and his child was enrolled in a Gold Coast school. Despite opposition from police prosecutor Sergeant Greg McKenzie, who argued against bail, Allan Meehan was eventually extradited back to New South Wales to face trial. Once back in his home state, Allan petitioned the Supreme Court for bail. After presenting his case, the court granted him bail, setting a bail amount of $150,000, coupled with strict conditions. During his trial in July 2023, Allan Meehan arrived at court expressing confidence about the upcoming hearing. Known for his love of designer brands, he sported a gray suit adorned with a Versace heritage print tie, a matching pocket square, and a gold watch. Initially pleading not guilty to 4 charges of breaching a serious crime prevention order, Meehan later opted for a guilty plea on a combined charge, following successful negotiations by his lawyer. The police withdrew the remaining 3 charges. On July 6, 2023, Allan Meehan avoided imprisonment, receiving a $5,000 fine and a 2-year community correction order. Subsequently, he stepped down as national president, creating an opening for a successor. Melbourne-based house painter Bimir Sarashevic swiftly assumed the position. Despite the geographical shift, sources suggest that Sydney still holds sway, especially in orchestrating the commission, a mafia-style tax imposed by the Comanchero on drug imports into Australia.
A shocking police raid, high-profile arrests, and a marriage that rocks Sydney's underworld. Meet Trent Jeske and Jade Heffer, 2 notorious figures whose love story is entwined with crime, betrayal, and intrigue. Let's discover how their lives spiraled into a whirlwind of legal battles and media frenzy. This is a tale you won't believe. Trent Jeske grew up in the tough neighborhoods of southwestern Sydney. These areas were known for their blurred lines between everyday life and criminal activities. From a young age, Trent was exposed to the harsh realities of street life. The pervasive club culture and constant presence of crime shaped his early years significantly. His family background remains largely unknown, but the environment he was raised in played a crucial role in his future choices. By his late teens, Trent had already started mingling with known criminals, engaging in minor offenses like petty theft, vandalism, and small-scale drug dealing. These early steps into crime set the stage for his deeper involvement in Sydney's underworld. The local clubs offered him a sense of belonging and protection, which drew him further into the dangerous and competitive world of organized crime. Trent's journey was just beginning, marked by a steady escalation in criminal activities. Rise in the criminal underworld. Trent Jeske's journey into Sydney's criminal underworld began with small-time offenses like petty theft and vandalism. These early crimes quickly escalated as he became more involved with local clubs, seeking both a sense of belonging and financial stability. His introduction to the Ready for War Club marked a significant turning point. This club was a crucial part of the larger and more notorious Allan Meehan crime family, known for their extensive operations in drug distribution and organized crime. Trent's ability to navigate the dangerous world of organized crime allowed him to rise rapidly through the ranks. He moved from minor roles to becoming a key figure within the Ready for War Club. His responsibilities grew to include coordinating drug shipments, managing street-level dealers, and enforcing the club's rules through intimidation and violence. Trent's association with the Allan Meehan family further solidified his position. The Allan Meehan brothers, influential figures in Sydney's criminal landscape, trusted Trent with significant operations, making him an integral part of their network. His rise within the club provided him with both protection and numerous opportunities to profit, cementing his reputation as a formidable player in Sydney's underworld. Trent Jeske's involvement was now deep-rooted, and his criminal activities were more sophisticated and far-reaching. Notable criminal activities and legal battles. Trent Jeske's involvement in the Ready for War Club included various illegal activities like drug distribution and extortion. The club operated a sophisticated drug distribution network under the larger Allan Meehan crime family, known for its connections to Lebanese organized crime. Trent played a crucial role coordinating drug shipments, managing street-level dealers, and enforcing club rules through intimidation and violence. This network was also engaged in extortion, leveraging fear and influence to extract money and favors from victims. The police had been keeping a close eye on the Allan Meehan network, leading to significant raids and investigations. In May 2022, after a 10-month-long investigation, the New South Wales Police launched a massive crackdown on the network. This operation involved 450 officers and resulted in a series of dawn raids across Sydney's southwest. The scale of the operation was unprecedented, targeting the syndicate's drug distribution activities. During these raids, Trent Jeske was arrested along with 17 other men. The police seized a substantial amount of evidence, including drugs, cash, weapons, luxury items, and mobile phones used in club operations. One of the seized phones had a customer base of over 700 individuals, highlighting the extent of the club's drug dealings. The collective operations were estimated to generate around $250,000 a week. Following his arrest, Trent faced numerous charges, including drug supply, firearm possession, dealing with the proceeds of crime, and participating in a criminal group. Jade Heffer's background and early life. Jade Heffer grew up in the small town of Barham in New South Wales. Her early years were marked by notable achievements in athletics, excelling in netball and tennis during high school. These accomplishments showcased her potential and determination. After high school, Jade worked various jobs, including as a butcher, before deciding to move to Sydney in search of new opportunities. Life in Sydney was a stark contrast to her small-town upbringing. It was here that Jade's path took a dramatic turn as she became involved in the city's criminal circles. Her relationship with Yusuf Nazlioglu marked Jade's initial steps into the underworld, exposing her to a lifestyle far removed from her athletic successes and small-town roots. Jade's relationships and controversies. Jade Heffer's relationships have been tumultuous and deeply tied to Sydney's criminal underworld. Her first significant relationship was with Yusuf Nazlioglu, a high-ranking member of the Lone Wolf Bikie Club. This club was notorious for its involvement in drug trafficking and violent feuds with rival organizations. Being with Yusuf introduced Jade to a life of danger and crime, far from her athletic days in Barham. In 2022, tragedy struck when Yusuf was gunned down in an underground car park, with Jade witnessing the brutal execution. This event was seen as a power play within Sydney's criminal circles, leaving Jade a young widow. Following Yusuf's death, Jade converted to Islam and soon became involved with Ahmed Alameddin, a prominent member of the Alameddin crime family. This relationship further entangled her in the criminal world. Jade's association with Ahmad led to her arrest for allegedly hindering a police investigation into Alameddin's activities. She was accused of trying to obstruct justice, highlighting her deep ties and willingness to protect those close to her. This period of her life was marked by intense scrutiny from law enforcement and the media. Her relationships with high-profile criminals and her own legal troubles have painted Jade as a complex figure in Sydney's underworld. Trent and Jade's relationship. Trent Jeske and Jade Heffer's paths crossed within Sydney's criminal circles, both drawn together by their complex lives and shared experiences. Their early relationship remained mostly under the radar, but rumors began to surface when Jade updated her social media profiles to include Trent's initials. This subtle hint was soon followed by Trent publicly acknowledging their relationship by posting her initials on his account. In March 2024, their relationship took a significant step forward when they got married in an Islamic ceremony. This marriage was a major event, intertwining two notorious figures from Sydney's underworld. Their union quickly became a focal point for media scrutiny, capturing the public's imagination and sparking intense interest. The public and media reaction was mixed. Some viewed their marriage as a natural progression given their backgrounds, while others saw it as a sensational development in the ongoing saga of Sydney's criminal underworld. The media coverage intensified, with every detail of their relationship being analysed and reported. Their marriage highlighted the close-knit nature of Sydney's underworld, where personal relationships often intersect with criminal activities. Recent legal troubles. In May 2024, Trent Jeske and Jade Heffer found themselves back in the spotlight due to a dramatic early-morning police raid on their Maryland's home. This raid was part of Strikeforce Wessex, an initiative targeting organized criminal groups involved in drug supply. The scene outside their home, with both Trent and Jade handcuffed, captured media attention and underscored their ongoing legal challenges. Trent was charged with driving, while his license application was refused. Despite the seemingly minor nature of this offense compared to his past activities, it added to his growing list of legal troubles. Jade, on the other hand, was charged with breaching her existing bail condition that required her to live with her mother in the rural town of Barham. This breach highlighted her continued defiance of legal restrictions and her deep entanglement in criminal activities. Both Trent and Jade were granted conditional bail, but their legal battles were far from over. Trent's court appearance was set for later in the month, while Jade faced stricter bail conditions, including not contacting Trent or members of the Alameddin family and reporting daily to police. In a surprising turn of events, just 5 days after the raid, a Supreme Court judge overturned the non-association order that kept Trent and Jade apart. The judge cited Trent's positive influence on Jade and the lack of direct involvement in each other's criminal cases. This decision allowed them to reunite under specific conditions, adding another layer of complexity to their ongoing legal saga. The lives of Trent and Jade remain under relentless scrutiny, with each new development closely watched by the public and media. Media and public perception. The media has closely followed the lives of Trent Jeske and Jade Heffer, capturing their every move and legal trouble. Headlines often highlight their dramatic arrests and high-profile court appearances. The public's opinion is divided. Some see them as figures caught in a relentless cycle of crime, while others are intrigued by the intertwining of their personal and criminal lives. Their marriage and the subsequent legal battles have fueled debates and controversies, making them a focal point in Sydney's underworld saga. The media's relentless coverage keeps their story in the public eye, ensuring that every twist and turn is widely discussed and scrutinized. Court rulings and aftermath. Following the May 2024 raid, a surprising development came when a Supreme Court judge allowed Trent and Jade to reunite. Despite their legal issues, the judge noted Trent's positive influence on Jade and the lack of direct involvement in each other's criminal cases. This ruling overturned a previous non-association order. Under strict conditions, Jade must live with her mother in Bahram, report to the local police, and can only stay with Trent for pre-arranged legal or medical appointments. This decision has added another layer to their complex story, highlighting the challenges and legal maneuvers in their ongoing saga. Impact on Sydney's criminal underworld. Trent Jeske and Jade Heffer's story has significant implications for Sydney's criminal landscape. Their high-profile activities and subsequent legal battles have shed light on the deep-rooted connections within the city's underworld. Law enforcement agencies have intensified efforts to dismantle these criminal networks, using their case as a focal point. The couple's involvement has revealed the intricate web of relationships and operations within these clubs, pushing authorities to innovate their tactics. The ongoing scrutiny and legal actions against Trent and Jade serve as a reminder of the relentless battle between law enforcement and organized crime, impacting both public perception and police strategies. Will Trent and Jade ever escape their tangled web of crime, or will they remain ensnared in Sydney's underworld? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to stay updated, and be sure to check out our other videos for more intriguing stories.